And while the risk of thunderstorms and downpours is still there, we had a strong one pass through Newport just a little while ago. Most areas for now actually quiet, though we're still going to be somewhat weather aware over the next several hours. It's the kind of situation where a lot of times we're not tracking a storm that's there heading in a certain direction, but a lot of times just kind of developing right above our heads. So we're in a lull right now, not that we had anything widespread other than a few isolated thunderstorms. You see the fog in Newport. One reason why is you had a real heavy thunderstorm and downpour. All it did was just add moisture to the atmosphere, and the net result is some fog. Meanwhile, in Providence, you've had to have a drop of rain or a thunderstorm yet under partly sunny skies, hot and humid. The conditions are there for some thunderstorms to develop, but as of now, we're in a bit of a lull. In the meantime, heat index continues through 8 o'clock this evening. We've had feel-like temperatures close to 100. Actual air temperatures right now generally in the upper 80s to low 90s. Notice how Newport's cooled off to 80, and the reason why you had that heavy thunderstorm come through was about 30, 40 minutes ago. But the high temperature today soaring to 93 degrees. Dew points remain very high, extremely tropical, kind of like the Bahamas and South Florida. A lot of moisture, a lot of mugginess in the air. The feel-like temperatures, when you add in that humidity, running in some cases in the upper 90s to low 100s. You got a feel-like temperature 96 in Providence. Because there's so much humidity and moisture in the air, it's easy to squeeze out a heavy downpour or thunderstorm. Even though we don't have anything right now, the chances are still there. So here's the breakdown. Localized thunderstorms now through the evening hours. And again, what's key here, unlike what we had come through last Thursday, which covered a large area, this is going to be more localized. So not every town getting one, and perhaps we don't see the kind of wind severity that we had last Thursday. That's not to say that we can't get some strong wind and some lightning and some hail, but still want to be weather aware. The downpours, lightning, and gusty winds and any localized storms that do form. And looking at, again, localized street flooding with some heavier downpours. One town, there may not be a drop of rain. The next town over, like Newport, for example, just a little while ago, getting a deluge, and now the sun's back out. So that storm in Newport, there it is, and there it goes. It has weakened significantly now. It's moving towards Buzzards Bay. Elsewhere, other than some scattered showers, nothing really sticks out as a big, heavy thunderstorm. But again, the atmosphere is primed for some to eventually develop over the next several hours ahead of the slow-moving cold front that's dropping from north to south. So we'll keep thunder, albeit scattered in the forecast. And it may be borderline strong to severe. The risk of severe weather or severe thunderstorms on a scale from 1 to 5, the 5 being highest, is at a marginal level 1. So it's a small chance, but the chance is there. As we get into this evening at around 7 o'clock and beyond, still getting little elements of blue and rather orange and yellow coming through, indicating a few downpours this evening. Overnight tonight, can't rule out a shower, very warm and humid. For tomorrow, starts with clouds and fog early, then becoming partly sunny. It's warm and humid, it's just not as hot. And notice little isolated random showers and thunderstorms popping up. You know, one town the sun is out, the next town over you get a downpour. So pretty much a similar situation for Wednesday, isolated showers and thunder, just not every location will be getting one. So for this evening, still be weather aware, even though it's not very widespread. The risk of some strong isolated thunderstorms and downpours is still there. Flood watch remains in effect. Keep in mind the terminology. Watch means potential or possibility of some localized flooding. For tomorrow, warm but not as hot. Temperatures around 80, an isolated shower or thunderstorm. Much cooler on Thursday with showers. Friday, not too bad. There may be an early morning shower. Good news for the weekend. Looking okay both Saturday and Sunday with some well-deserved sunshine.
All right, Tony.